Hello and welcome to Must Listen Music. I'm Andy Wilson. Each week I'll be bringing you the best new music and my top tips for must listen albums for that week. This week I've only got one album for you, but it's a good one. The artist is Rejjie Snow and the album is Dear Annie. Dear Annie is actually the debut album from this 24-year-old hip-hop artist. He raps with an American twang about American topics. He even calls his girlfriends shorties, but he's actually very much an Irishman, although he claims not to be an Irishman from the waist down. Nice. Snow is obviously a precocious talent. He topped the iTunes chart with his debut EP in 2013, charting ahead of the likes of Kanye West and J. Cole. But it was 5 long years until his 20-track album release, Dear Annie. Snow has raised his profile in the years preceding this album release with social media spats with the likes of Zayn Malik, Beyonce and even a 14-year-old Disney star. Good going, Rejjie. He's not afraid of controversy, that's for sure. He's collaborated with the likes of Loyal Kana, toured with Madonna no less, all while drip feeding EPs and singles. It culminated in securing the services of Rejjie, the producer of hip-hop album of a generation, To Pimp a Butterfly. It seems to be the trend at the moment to have albums that last over an hour. The most notable success story was Drake with Modern Life, but more often than not, these albums are, after the first 30 minutes, become a bit tedious and it becomes more of an endurance activity than a pleasure. It's one thing having the balls to record a non-standard length album when you are an established musician, but it's another thing to do it on your debut. But in my opinion, Rejjie Snow's 61-minute debut could be another 61 minutes for all I care. It would be just as good. The last person to make waves like this on the English hip-hop scene was probably Loyal Kana, but he was much less successful on the other side of the Atlantic. Dear Annie has more of an American sound and will undoubtedly have a global reach. And arguably, this is a step up from Kana's excellent debut. There are so many influences on this album. Jazz samples, 80s soul, trip hop, synth-based beats and slow jams, just to name a few. But like almost every other album created in history, Dear Annie relentlessly probes love, loss and relationships. Nothing new there, you might say. But Snow goes about it in such a fresh and vibrant way, it feels like you've never heard these stories before. Snow seems to go about each track with a glint in his eye and a skip in his step, like he's having the time of his life exploring his creative license. Sometimes he raps, sometimes in French, sometimes he sings, he can be serious, he jokes around, he plays with the sound, and for example on track Spaceship even contains a harmonica. Now you don't hear that on many hip hop albums and it's really refreshing to hear. In my opinion, this is what makes Rejjie Snow undoubtedly one of the best things to happen to hip hop in 2018. I'm not just saying so far, but for the whole year. And this cements his status as Ireland's most successful hip hop export. And that wraps up Must Listen Music this week. Tune in again next time.